Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for a video blog. First of all, thank you for being a supporter, for watching my videos, for sharing with your friends and family, and spreading my insights that I believe can help a lot of people to move forward, to create more health, to create more happiness and success. So if you love my videos, please continue to share. Help me to transform 100 subscribers now into 1,000 subscribers. And it's not really about the number that I care, but it's really about helping more people. Not everybody has the access, the energy, the money to get coached by me. And because I want to help so many people, I need your help sharing my videos. So what a week we all had. It's Saturday. I'm making this video a little behind because I had to give myself some time to digest the effects of this week election. And I'm not here to make any political statement. I'm here to make a love statement, to make a request for all of us to show up with greatness. So the title of this video blog I started yesterday is Stay in the Game. And I start with just that, stay in the game, because I heard that expression, listened to one of my audiobooks, stay in the game, and that expression had vibration, just hit a higher vibration for me when I heard stay in the game. So I just put on the board yesterday, stay in the game, and I left the board empty. And as I came to the studio this morning and started moving my body, and I always spark creativity through movement. That's why my mantra is happiness in motion. And as I start kind of getting more creative this morning, I completed the sentence to stay in the game of greatness. Stay in the game of greatness. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people like myself who want to see our country getting better or humanity improving, evolving, we can say we had a setback this week by the circumstances of the election. And a lot of people showing up with anger, with hatred, with even racism, and just creating separation. And I think we have enough separation in this world, in this country especially. And I'm not here to say don't get angry. Don't get me wrong. Get angry. Get like rage. Scream. Let it out. But as I made a post on my Facebook this week, I said, give yourself a deadline for your anger. After you express your anger through either express your words on Facebook, or you just stay in bed for 2 days, or you just shut down, you don't want to talk to anybody, give yourself a deadline and show up. I describe greatness, showing up no matter what the environment is. And what showing up really means. So I like to translate things because it's very easy for all of us to start catching words or phrases, but then we don't truly understand what it is. Like saying, we're showing up in our best. Well, what is your best? So how you define your best, right? So showing up, it's really about aligning all your actions, words, patterns, behaviors, goals with your highest values. So if you're committed like myself to showing up in your best, you must define what these highest values of your life, like your code of living, the code of your system of living. What are they? You know mine is love, courage, and strength. So I keep myself in check every day through enhancing my awareness. Awareness is the first chapter of my book, because without awareness, we don't change. Without awareness, we don't transform. We need to be aware in order to transform, because if we don't know what we're transforming, what we want to change, a state from this state to this state, we kind of lost in the process. So you must address or identify what your highest values are and make sure you in alignment with those values. And all of us get out of alignment with our values. I get out of alignment sometimes with love because I might be speaking to somebody with words that are not 100% with love. Maybe there's a little bit of like a criticism there, or even judgment. So this is not about showing up in our best. It's not about being perfect. Don't ever confuse being your best with being perfect. There's no such a thing as perfection. A lot of people are creating a lot of suffering from depression, anxiety, and just unhappiness because they're trying to be perfect. No, define your highest values and show up in your actions, words, goals, behavior in alignment with those values. And when you're out of alignment, you create a little bit of a gap between your value and how you're showing up. Identify and close that gap. That's our spiritual path. We constantly working on that gap that I'm talking about. So this is a very important time for all of us to show up in greatness. Remember the cliche phrase like treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you want others to listen to you, to understand your point of view, to understand your beliefs, you can't go stand in the corner and start screaming what your beliefs are and preaching, because nobody's going to listen. We are not going to create changes in our country with force. Force, I mean imposing your beliefs and judging others because of their beliefs. Yes, it's very easy for us to say these people are uneducated, these people are ignorant. I use those words myself too, guys. I'm not here to say I'm like always showing up in my greatest. No, it's my goal to show up in my greatest, and I'm constantly keeping myself in check to make sure I'm showing up with my highest values. And I'm asking you here, if you let your days of like being angry, even showing judgment, criticism against others, that's fine. But just again, give yourself a deadline. If it's today, if it's tomorrow, you're done screaming, you're done judging, and you're ready to really put the work. And the work is about power, it's not about force. Force is when you're trying to the word says it's about forcing something to happen. And we don't create authentic change by forcing. We create authentic change by power. And the power right now lives in our intention of, it lives in us showing up on our highest values. Because every thought that we have, every emotion, it's like we like a radio. We are spreading a vibration. Every emotion has energy that we're releasing into this beautiful ether that's around us. This air is not empty. There's a connection here between you and me that is much stronger than just this camera. It's like electromagnetic waves you don't see. It's like X-ray you don't see, but they're very, very powerful. That's how you can use your cell phone and talk to people in Japan if you want, because there's a lot of going on in this space that looks empty. So every time you show up with your highest values, you sending an energy of high vibration to this world that will create change. That's what the power is. And it's very hard for some to grasp because you don't see. But you can feel, because as you act with kindness, with love, with compassion, you're gonna have this sense of connect with your heart and this sense of peace and well-being, no matter what the environment is. That's our work. Can we find peace no matter what the environment is and find greatness? And this doesn't mean let's sit down and not doing anything. Sitting in meditation for 20 minutes every day is one of the most powerful things you can be doing right now. Talking to your neighbor with love and compassion, true listening, connecting, it's power. That's what the power is right now, by creating compassion. Imagine if your neighbor has different ideas than you do, but you decide to listen to your neighbor and say, I hear you. I can see where you're coming from. You're going to create a connection with that person. And there's more power there than in like doing some things with force and screaming your words of judgment and hatred. I ask you, show kindness right now. We need it more than ever. And that's my message for today. I hope you all getting through this week. Times might be challenging ahead of us, and that's why it is so important for us to prepare, to stay centered, to define what makes me the strongest, the healthiest, what brings me peace of mind, who are the people who support me in this world, because we need our strength right now. It's time for us to show up truly in our hearts and with each other. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you next week.